Hello everyone, today is Friday, September 6, 2024. A lot to get to in this video. We finally have the Orlando and Tampa Bay radio ratings for my combined radio markets, because I will be moving to a location in Florida that will count for that in the near future, so of course I want to talk about that here. A former 1010 Wins WCBS 880 anchor is moving to a new station in Connecticut, somewhat new. I'll explain as we go along. We're also going to talk about something that I forgot to read about last week regarding the son of Christopher Mad Dog Russo. He has a new show in Florida that we will get into. And of course, we're going to talk about some format changes. Yes, we have at least 4 to discuss in this video. So without further ado, let's start off with Orlando. And a very interesting headline here to discuss for the August book. No surprise here that WOCL-FM 105.9 Sunny still is number 1 in Central Florida. However, the rating went down from an 11.8 in July to an 11.1 for August. Star 94.5 Adult R&B WCFB will rise from an 8.9 to a 9.3 to wrap up the summer. iHeartMedia Adult Contemporary Magic 107.7 WMGF is up 7.0 to a 7.2. The other iHeart station, Contemporary Hit Radio 106.7 XL WXXL FM will go from a 5.2 to a 6.1. WDBO News Talk continues its ratings trend upwards and is expected to see a ratings tick for the upcoming presidential debate on Tuesday. That might also be a factor for Real Radio 104.1 WTKS FM. It goes from a 4.4 to a 5.1. Now, let's discuss rock after the loss of Alt 101.9, as I like to call it. 101.1 WJRR goes from a 3.0 to a 3.9. So there you have it. Lastly, let's discuss 102 Jam's comeback. WJHM goes up from a 2.3 to a 3.2. However, the ratings for WTKS HD2 104.5 The Beat goes from a 2.6 to a 2.0. Hot AC Mix 105.1 WOMX, owned by Odyssey, down from a 6.0 to a 5.0. Cox Country K92.3 will fall from a 5.5 to a 4.7. So I don't really want to get into the other stations here, but I will say that still doesn't surprise me that Sunny is number 1 in Central Florida. That might not last that long once we see WMGF flip to holiday music. iHeartMedia, supposedly has announced that they will be flipping some of their stations on my birthday, Friday, November 8th. So mark the date down. That's the possibility that the ratings for 107.7 FM will do a tick up. And once you hear the announcement that they'll be live from SeaWorld, assume that that also entails Q105 and Delmarva will do the same, and many other iHearts as well. So we shall see what happens. But that's just my prediction. I'm normally right about this. That's what trends in the radio business. What's always guaranteed is Tampa Bay. And we know a lot about WDUV. And even if they flip to holiday, they will be guaranteed to keep the number 1 spot. So there was a little bit of an uptick for 105.5, the Dove. They now go up from a 10.4 to a 10.7. Beasley Country 99.5 WQYK is second, 6.6 to a 6.4, while iHeartMedia's competing US 103.5 WFUS rises 5.1 to a 6.3. Cox Adult R&B 101.5 The Vibe gains from a 5.8 to a 6.1 to a 6.2. Classic Rock 107.3 The Eagle will gain from a 5.4 to a 6.2. Cox Hot AC Magic 94.9 will trend up from a 4.1 to a 4.5. Mix 100.7 will go up from a, will go down from a 6.2 to a 5.7. Now I just want to focus on Classic Hits Q105. So they're down from 3.2 to a 2.7. Then look at this. Chris Huff says that this is the lowest ratings for that frequency when it was a country format in fall of 2001. That's really unfortunate. Now let's talk about the frequency swap here. Rumba. Yes, 106.5 up from a 1.1 to a 1.3. Sadly, 95.7 The Beat will go down from a 1.5 to a 1.1. So look at that. Not good for that situation. So let's just take a look at the rest of the Tampa Bay ratings, and we should be able to find it here. Thankfully, this is a compiled list, so we will be able to pull up Tampa Bay. Now, I want to see specifically what is going on here with 97X. So I wonder if we can find it here. Here we go. And no surprise, 97X is still down. So I don't know what's going to happen with 97X. Will there be something going on with Cox Media? I mean, that would really be detrimental to the alt-rock format. And there you have it, 101 The Vibe, still down. And I don't know why Cox Media doesn't pay attention to that, but I quickly wanted to see if I could find that for you, because I want to be transparent as much as we can. Alright, let's move on to our other headline. Let's talk about some on-air personalities, shall we? Let's discuss former 1010 Wins and WCBS 880 anchor Bridget Quinn. She is joining News Talk 600 WICC in Bridgeport, Connecticut, owned by Connoisseur Media, who also owns 107.9, Weeby 108, and Star 99.9, along with a few stations in Long Island that include KJOY 98.3, Walk 97.5, AM 1100, 104.7 WHLI, and their newest station, which launched earlier this year in Long Island, 103.1 The Wolf Country Music. So let's talk about Bridget joining this station in Connecticut. Bridget will be joining the lineup at AM 600 WICC starting Monday, September 30th, following the station's edition of a simulcast on 95.9 back on Tuesday. Quinn co-anchored mornings at WCBS 880 from 1988 to 1996. She did fill-ins from 2013 and 2014, and she did her famous Newsline program from January of last year until the station sign-off last month. She had anchored mornings and then middays at 1010 Wins from 2013 to 2023, spending 8 years as morning co-anchor before moving to middays in 2021. She had also worked in TV as an anchor at MSNBC, Fox News, and NBC News at Sunrise. So in a statement, Quinn commented, Ever since my family and I moved back to beautiful Connecticut, I have become a faithful listener of WICC. I am being delighted to join in such a great news talk station, the Voice of Connecticut. Quinn will replace the syndicated Eric Erickson show in the lineup. So it's going to be very interesting. You're going to have a real local station for Connecticut. And I'm definitely in favor of this. There's no question. So we'll see what happens, what goes on here. But I will certainly be listening in to Bridget's new show. There's no question. September 30th, I will definitely be tuning in on the online feed during my lunch break because I'm curious what she's going to have to say. You know, is she going to give a Connecticut perspective on things? I hope she doesn't brag about the pizza. Sorry, but that's where I'm going to leave it at. Okay, and another move we're going to talk about. ESPN West Palm Beach. Now, this is very interesting. The son of Christopher Mad Dog Russo will be joining the lineup. He will have a co-host named Michael Rizzo. This will be from 4 to 6 p.m. daily. So, originally, Colin was working for ESPN 100.5 WTLX in Madison, Wisconsin. He was working there while studying at the University of Wisconsin. So I might want to give this show a listen. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. We'll have to see what occurs in this, but I just wanted to quickly talk about that. Okay, let's get into some format changes. WTAR in Norfolk, Virginia, Sinclair Communications has announced that AM 850 WTAR and translators 96.5 W243 EK Hampton and 96.5 W243 DJ Norfolk, Virginia will flip to Conservative Talk Radio 96.5 and AM 850 on Monday, September 16th. So, I don't know how people will feel about this. This is going to be interesting, but I just want to quickly bring that up. There's no ratings for this, but the move emanates from the resurrection of the Coast AAA brand that returned in March of last year after being utilized in the market on the company's 93.7 WKLC from 1991 to 2003. So, look at this. It has a lot to do with their sister company, which made format changes last weekend in Austin, Texas. So there you go. Taylor Swift, nonstop in Peoria and Los Angeles. Okay. So this is a new stunning. Let's talk about this here. Advanced Media Partners in Peoria has cleared the blank space that was 96.5 WPHR Farmington and 104.3 W282BS Dunlap WPIA to launch Tay Radio. Okay, this is very interesting here. Why are they doing this? I have no idea. I am just like, why? I don't want to even further read into this, but I was like, okay, I'm just, I don't want to continue on here. Let's get into some more common sense stories. Ugh. In Seattle, a stunning change has happened on 94.1 KSWD. They have flipped 94.1 The Sound to Hot AC Emma 94.1. They're quoting it as 90s, 2000s, and now. This will return the Hot AC format to Seattle after Lotus's flip of Star 101 101.5 KPLC to Classic Country back on April 1st. The station is promoting a playlist of the 1990s through now with core artists such as Bruno Mars, Harry Styles, Justin Timberlake, Lady Gaga, Maroon 5, Pink, and Taylor Swift. So I don't really want to... I just want to see here. Yeah, this is the playlist. Alright. Eric Powers will serve as brand manager for the new station. Powers also hosted afternoons and previously programmed Rhythmatic Throwbacks Hot 103.7 KHTP since 2017. He has spent his entire career in Seattle, starting at Nathan Hale High School C 89.5 KNHC. He had a stunt at Alt Rock 107.7 The End. He went to Rhythmatic CHR 93.3 KUBE in 1992 and rose to PD in 1998, until exiting with its slip to CHR Power 93.3 in January 2016. He also programmed CHR 106.1 KISS FM KBKS for a time during his tenure at KUBE. So there you go. And lastly, let's talk about Jack FM in Central Kentucky. Commonwealth Broadcasting has flipped classic rock 107.3 The Point, WRCI, in Hodgeville, Elizabethtown, Kentucky to variety hits 107.3 Jack FM during the holiday weekend. The move leaves the Elizabethtown area without a dedicated rock station outside its signals from nearby Louisville and places the station in between Sky Tower Communications Hot, AC Quixie 98.3 WQXC, and WB Broadcasting Oldies 103.5 WAKY from Radcliffe. So I'm sure there's some upset people about that. So there you have it. Those are your radio headlines for Friday, September 6, 2024. A lot that we had to cover in this video today, so that's where we're going to wrap it up. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will mention when I do get back to New York next week, I will try to listen in to TJ 98.7. I don't know what the situation will be next Thursday. Things can update from now, but that is my goal, and I want to tune in to hear some of the hot AC music, I guess. So that's it, folks. Thank you for watching. Till the next one, please take care.